So we need something super distinct.
Dad's work. Meet daughter's playtime.
Wait till you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spawncast episode 212. MVG is off tonight because it is his birthday, so happy birthday to NVG. He turned 48, I believe he said on his Twitter account.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 48. 1 year younger, 1 year older than me.
1 year. Oh, okay, there we go. he's off doing some birthday things tonight. Jordan will also be back next weekend as well. But still got a bunch of us together here to talk about games. I'm gonna change up. I'm starting with Miss Click tonight. Miss Click, how you doing?
Oh, wow. Ladies first. I'm doing well. How are you, John?
Good. I'm good. Good. And we have Sean, who, despite his best efforts of standing up, did not scare away any of the sponsors. So
I think I brought him in. If anything.
You know what? You may have, because I thought about that. I said, wait a minute. Sean has his wardrobe malfunction on stream, and all of a sudden, all these sponsors start emailing.
I mean, I don't think it's coincidental.
They realize that they know where they want to put their product. Apparently,
who doesn't like 8 Mile? I mean, everybody loves that movie. Who doesn't like 8 Mile?
I remember seeing it in the movie theater.
Wow. Nothing. No big deal.
So we do have a sponsor tonight, though. So we'll get to that later on in the show. But we do have Sean RGT here. Good to have Sean here.
Good to be here. I do want to address two things before we go any further. Okay. First off, for all the people in the chat, I've jotted down your names over the past few months with the Knicks slander. The Knicks slander, 9 in a row. Kiss my ass. The Knicks are back. Kings in New York. And secondly, I'd like to address everyone on this panel as to why none of you ever mentioned to me that Titanfall 2
hold on a minute.
Was a god-tier game and is arguably the best online first-person shooter of all time.
I remember when it dropped on Steam, and we definitely spent a good chunk of time telling you it was amazing.
I feel like we talked about this a while ago, and you were like, wait a minute, does that mean I have to plug my Xbox in?
I don't recall anyone ever saying
we did.
anything.
We did.
About Titanfall.
I covered the game back in the day, man. I remember making videos on it back in like 2016 or something like that.
It's so good. It's so much fun.
I played it back then. I mean,
question though, are you playing single player or multiplayer? Because if you
multiplayer
play the
awesome.
campaign, see, it's actually one of the best single player shooter campaigns ever, and I'm not exaggerating. When you play it, it's gonna blow your mind all over again.
Yep. The campaign is very good. Like I mean, the multiplayer is awesome, but like the campaign, it's like 6 hours long, I think, but they do some really cool stuff in there.
Because it dips heavy into the sci-fi, and it's in a good way.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Like a time, don't you? Like a
there's a whole segment where you're basically going back and forth in time seamlessly.
It's so good. Yeah,
it's amazingly good. And the thing about it is, I don't understand why people like Call of Duty single player after playing Titanfall. I mean, I know people say, "Oh, I love the single player." Titanfall blows it away, and people are saying Call of Duty single player is great. No, it's not. It's shit compared to Titanfall single player.
Yeah.
Titanfall is so much better single player. So I've never played another single player Call of Duty game after Titanfall. I'm like, this is way better than anything that I played.
You know how it goes though, right? Because Apex is doing so well. Unless they integrate Titanfall mechanics into Apex, there is a character they're about to launch that does have more ties to Titanfall.
I saw that.
Yeah, so maybe they might be teasing something.
Well, yeah, they teased it, and
a new Titanfall might not be a thing.
It blew the PC community up for Titanfall, taking it from 2,000 concurrent on Steam to about 16,000 concurrent on Steam.
You just immediately like annoyed Jeff Grubb like right away, Sean. Like the first couple minutes into the show, he's just immediately angry.
I mean, I just feel like I don't know, like, and there's a lot of games that I obviously missed out on because I just didn't think they would, interest me. But holy shit, man! Like,
this was a Game Pass download, right?
Yes, this was a Game Pass download. It was one of the games that got the up to 120-second frames boost on it, and I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll check this out finally. And then just like the past 2 days, it's like that's all I really want to play. Like I also downloaded Horizon Zero Dawn, which
So another one.
I mean, I like it.
Uh-huh.
I like the set pieces. I like the big things that you got to scale
Mhm.
up. I think the world is somewhat interesting. Some of the voice acting is a bit dodgy. I don't think I love the combat though.
Mm.
I feel like
Hit or
there
miss.
should have been a stronger emphasis on the melee.
Do you know what bothers me about the
Yeah.
game? Because I didn't play the expansion, Frozen Wilds. I never played
Mhm.
that. I was like,
Mhm.
you know what? I'm gonna go back and play it this year because we think the next Horizon's coming out this year.
Forbidden West.
Right.
I was like, you know what? I'll back and do that. And I realized why Breath of the Wild is better in general because
I mean,
I was running with Aloy. You know, I'm running through. I'm like, oh, all right, this mountainside is 8 feet tall. She
Good
can
luck.
obviously go up it. And I just jump up and down. I'm like, I had to go all the way around the mountain just to get up that little part. I'm like, what? But that's the one thing, and I'm hoping they fix that in
Yep.
the sequel.
Well, they will.
literally give her the ability to climb.
You can
Same
tell
thing.
from the trailer.
yeah, same thing with Ghost of Tsushima. Was like
Yeah.
the same thing, the climbing mechanic, and
Yep.
and I've been saying this ever since I played Breath of the Wild. Open world games have like they need to have that climbing mechanic added in, which is why things with Phoenix Rising, and what was it, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like having that climbing ability is
Yep.
so important now.
Take it to the next level. Let you climb in the rain too. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, hold
control.
up. Let's like get carried away here.
I just want to say, Sean, the combat gets a lot better about 3 hours into Horizon. Once you start getting more of your toolkit instead of just having just bows and stuff, once you can place traps and stuff, I think
Yeah.
it's a lot better.
I've gotten some. I think my character is like level 11 or 12 or something like that. But
Spokesman. Play. Love. 30 love. do you love? Match point. Finish.
When it comes to doing
This is it was really funny because obviously Mario 35 got pulled, and everyone was wondering what's gonna maybe take its place. There we go, Pac-Man. So it kind of falls in line with Tetris as being like a retro game that's been brought up for like a. Battle Royale series. So did everyone get a chance to try it out since it's just on the Nintendo Switch Online?
I tried it out the same day that it came out. Got a dub. I don't think it's not going to hold my interest just because it's just not. But
I like Tetris more. I think.
I'm not a big on Tetris, so I can watch other people. Out of all these games that they've done so far, I think Pac-Man 99 is my favorite. Tetris, I just don't like Tetris as much. Mario, it just takes too long. Like once you get good, people got good, it just takes too long. That's why I stopped playing it. I was like, this is cool, but it just takes way too long to finish the games. Pac-Man is the quickest out of all the different ones. Pac-Man's the quickest, so I like it the most because games just are there and then they're done before in a number of minutes. So I'll take the Pac-Man one out of all three of them so far, just because it's the quickest. But I wasn't in love with it, but I thought it was cool though. There's like a lot of cool enhancements and that they brought to it, like how you can attack certain people with different types of strategies. Like they brought more strategy into it, which is really dope. So I do like that aspect about it. I just don't know how long I'm gonna play it, but it's probably my favorite one out of the Nintendo Switch Online weird battle royale games.
Yeah, I mean, I get why they're doing these because like everyone knows Tetris, everyone knows Pac-Man, everyone knows Mario, so they're obviously picking ones that like really everyone out there who has Nintendo Switch Online in general probably at least understands and will be able to pick it.
It's fun though. Pick it back up for like a stream, you know.
Yeah, I saw Sean kind of cheesing some wins. So
hey, John Riggs put up a video on how to cheese wins, and I was like, this isn't gonna work. And then I tried it, and the next two games I won them back to back, and I was like, all right, this is my new strategy.
Are you liking it? You're liking it more than Mario 35 then?
They're different. And it's a lot faster because Mario 35, like some of those games just go on for fucking ever. And it's like, okay, I'm getting tired of this. Like it's fun, but like, it just like Pac-Man, it's like boom, boom. Like I think the longest match is like, 4 minutes at best.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Yeah. People are really trash at Pac.
People run into the ghost con. Like one time I was like staring at someone's screen down there and I watched them die in like the first 5 seconds, just ran to a
People
ghost.
are really bad at this game. And like, I don't think they're going to get better. I think they're just going to be trash at the game.
They'll quit.
They'll just quit before they actually decide to get better at Pac-Man, So that's the one thing about this. People get like bodied real quickly, in Pac-Man.
I like how they added in the stuff that you could buy too, like the different themes and stuff. I thought it was just, I didn't even really look into the different themes. I just thought it was going to be like a standard border, but it like changes everything. It changes all the icons, and it changes Pac-Man, the character, to whatever game you decide to purchase it from and shit like that. So I thought that was really cool. I haven't bought any of them yet, but I probably will.
Yeah, it's interesting to see them bring a third party in with Bandai for that. But I'm trying to figure out what their next battle royale thing will be now. If we did Tetris, Pac-Man, Mario, is it going to be Zelda?
Damn.
It's Zelda. It's Zelda.
Yep. You just got a large donation, super chat.
Lance with the 169 saying, "Whoa, GME still. Thanks for the show, guys.
I'm holding on to mine. My
GME still going. Okay, all right. GME still going.
I'm a paper hands bitch to ditch a while ago.
Thanks, Lance. Yeah, so I am curious what they'll come up with next. I'm kind of thinking more classic, I guess, series, things that people know. I don't know, they do Pong 99 or something.
Donkey Kong, baby.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
Donkey Kong would be pretty cool. That'd be cool. Donkey Kong would be cool.
They should call it the King of Kong. right?
Yeah.
King of
Right? Yeah.
You know what they'll do?
Clever.
You guys remember the old school Donkey Kong, like where you play as Donkey Kong Jr.? They're gonna do some ish like that where you have to like climb like Donkey Kong
On the
Jr.
buttons?
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
buttons. They're gonna be
Alright,
like, there's like 40
Oh.
of them or something
That'd be
like
cool.
that.
What do
Yeah.
they do where it's like regular Donkey Kong and you're trying to go up obviously go all up all the floors and all of this, but as you go up it, you do certain things. You'll have barrels go to other people's like levels.
Yeah, I like that.
They'll do some
Or
some
fireball.
weirdo.
And
Thing that
Billy,
will play.
Billy Mitchell's the end boss of the game.
You just get halfway up and he hits you with a cease and desist. Nightshade. Nightshade, new member. Thanks, Nightshade. Becoming a member. And Nate, did you have any weird games that you wanted to talk about?
I don't think there was anything that weird this week, actually.
Wow, that's actually weird. All right. Very cool.
It is weird.
Actually, it is. Honestly, I thought you were going to come up with some weird thing, but last weird game was actually Sean with what was that? Lawnmower Simulator?
Yes. Lawnmower, the next.
What?
There you go.
What was it called? Like next generation or
Oh
something.
man, I should have downloaded that. I forgot to download my code for gas station simulator.
That's right. That's the one I saw and I was like, gas station
I
simulator.
forgot to use my code and download that from Steam because I really didn't want to sit there and pump gas and clean people's windows. I was like,
Ah,
oh,
that's
why
so
would I play
strange.
this?
I think
But
I
you
got a
don't-
code for that game too.
Do you not have to
Yeah,
like
I just
check
ignored
people's IDs and stuff? See if they're fake?
I don't know.
It's always so weird when people talk about like pumping because like I just pump my own gas, but I know in some places you can't. So
In the Northeast, it's more prevalent where there's full
Yeah.
service.
Like New
gas
Jersey,
station.
New Jersey, if you go up there across the line in New Jersey, they have to pump your gas for you.
Every time I stop
Really?
on the turnpike at like
Yep.
the middle of the night when you're driving, it's that long drive, you have to stop for gas, and you're just
Yep.
like, oh wait, I can't do anything. They have to. They come up to you so you can't.
Yeah,
Why?
they're like,
Turn off your
Yeah.
car and wait. Yeah.
"Yeah, give me your card, basically.
Wait,
Yeah.
so do you have to like tip them for their service?
No, they just take your card, they pop
No.
it in, and they come back and give it to you and you leave.
It
Yeah.
was part of a job creation thing I saw, which is basically that they wanted to have more people who are earning an hourly wage. So they just literally do that. And that's all they do.
I mean, hey, if it makes them bread, right? I guess. Okay.
Yeah. So let's go to some Discord questions, Evan.
We did just kind of talk about it. Do you think Nintendo will release Pac-Man 99 physically like they did with Tetris 99?
Yes,
Yeah.
with all
I
the
think you will.
DLC stuff.
Yep. I think Bandai would be on board with that completely. Absolutely. Got another Discord question?
MVG wasn't here last week, so I held this one over. We got a guy looking to program Homebrew for the PSP. He's wondering which language might be better to learn for it: Homebrew, C++ or LAU, something like that.
Lua, well, yeah, Lua scripts. I would say C++ would be the way you should go with that.
Okay, easy enough. And we got another Discord question, Evan.
Do you think we will see Game Pass exclusive games this generation, like a game that cannot be bought otherwise?
No, that goes against the service.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's an
We haven't
interesting
seen it
idea.
And I don't see why Microsoft would want to go that route. The whole appeal of Game Pass is that you can have it on the service, but it's still being sold even outside of Game Pass.
Well,
So
do
I don't
they
see why
mean
you
Game
would take
Pass
that
or
away.
do they mean Game Pass or do they mean like Microsoft exclusive? Like
Game
just
Pass,
Game Pass?
Game
Game
Pass
Pass.
specific. Like you would have to pay into
Okay.
Game Pass. To
I
play it.
don't think it's out of this realm for the next thing after the current consoles. I don't think we're going to see it this generation. But once we move to more of that digital future, I don't see why not. Nothing big. I don't think they're going to do like, all right, here's Elder Scrolls 7. You can only get it digital. So I don't know.
Okay. Let's go over to the Sony topic, because Max, you want to talk about this before you had to leave.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave here in about 40 minutes because I'm dead tired. But yeah, let's dig into the huge Sony mess.
This was an article posted by Jason Schreier at Bloomberg yesterday, and then like the internet went like crazy over this thing because it people. I think there were probably like 5 more petitions for getting Jim Ryan out of there yesterday.
Did you say the internet went crazy? No way.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it is an interesting thing to look at here because it's a much different Sony that I think a lot of people grew up with. So definitely caused some opinions, we'll say, online. But this from Bloomberg: Sony's obsession with blockbusters is stirring unrest within PlayStation empire. Going on to talk about a couple of different studios within Sony. A lot of it had to center around Naughty Dog actually getting quite a bit of help from even Bend Studios, who did eventually go to Sony and say we want to make our own thing after being denied there for a Days Gone 2. And we also had Visual Art Service Group attempt to remake Last of Us for some reason, and then have that essentially given to Naughty Dog, and then they run support again. Essentially coming down to times are changing at Sony, and they're more interested in having big, massive blockbusters and not so much Japan studio smaller games like Gravity Rush. So what's everyone think about this one when it hit the internet yesterday? There was a I mean opinions are flying. Fast and Furious yesterday.
I mean, it feels like they're peeing in their own backyard. I mean, it seems like a lot of people sort of forget this now, but originally Naughty Dog was the quirky indie studio, so to speak. They were making off the wall projects like Jak and Daxter and Crash Bandicoot, a marsupial that spin attacks. Like their stuff originally was the dangerous bet, but Sony supported them, Sony invested in them, and they grew into the juggernaut they are today. So the idea that now people are still trying to make quirky, creative ideas, but now Sony is going, no, thank you. I don't know. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
I think the weirdest thing for me is the whole Days Gone situation. Now, I didn't particularly care for the game, but if a game is profitable and people enjoy it, and allegedly the reason why you don't want to pursue a sequel in it is because of the fact that it got mediocre reviews. Who the fuck cares about mediocre reviews? This is a business. You're in the business to what? Make money. If people are demanding.
It was getting hot in there, and I had to make quick work of it. I love your smooth chocolate.
Demanding a product. It's not like, every game that ends up becoming a franchise. It's not like every first game is necessarily the best game. Sometimes it ends up being, one of the mediocre ones or one of the worst games in the franchise. So there was a lot that they could expand upon with Days Gone. But even as just someone who didn't appreciate I shouldn't say appreciate, but just thought it was, kind of a mediocre game or whatever. The fact that it was profitable and made you money and you don't want to make another one because you got your fifis hurt about some review scores, that's bizarre to me.
You know what's strange about this article? As I was reading through it, that it has like a very I guess, negative tone or doom and gloom tone to it. But as you go through it, you get towards the end, it's like, oh yeah, now Bend Studio, they're working on a brand new IP and a new franchise, and they have the full backing of Sony. And it's like, oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. It's so weird though.
Oh,
like,
okay.
what
weird?
What does that franchise? What is that? Is it going to be another PlayStation?
Yeah.
You know, the standard. You know, when you make the joke about a PlayStation looking game, I saw the one with the arrows. That's the big one going on right now. Like, is it that template again?
My issue with right now with what's happening with Sony is I do think their games are gonna, if they keep going this route, are gonna have that template feel to them where it's like, all right, over the shoulder, it's got that cinematic feel and look to it. It's actually got some RPG elements thrown in there, and
they've been chasing that template now for several years.
Yeah,
they just disguised it by saying, "Hey, I mean, you could have looked at Days Gone, and they could have called it The Last of Us.
Yeah,
and nobody would have really batted an eye. It was the same genre."
Spokoosphere. Play. 30-15. Match point. Finish. 1-0. Game, set, match. Play. Love. Dirty Love. Love. Match point.
1-0. Game, set, match.
Remember when
The Kia EV6 having
template feel to them. Like, all right, over the shoulder. It's got that cinematic feel and look to it. It's
Well,
actually got some RPG elements thrown in there, and
they've been chasing that template now for several years.
Yeah.
They just disguised it by saying, "Hey, I mean, you could have looked at Days Gone, and they could have called it The Last of Us.
Yeah,
and nobody would have really batted an eye. It was the same genre, the same, same general concept. And then you have a title like Ghost. It's still a third-person open-world action game. You have Spider-Man, same thing. You have Uncharted, same thing. The Last of Us, same thing. they just mixed it up with new IPs and new ideas. And the news that came out from the Bloomberg article, it had me feeling two different ways. If I view it from a business, I can kind of understand what Jim Ryan is doing. They're basically looking at the Disney or the Marvel universe and saying, we're going to invest big dollars. We need big hitters. We don't want that subpar success. We want the blockbuster. So that's what they're investing in. But me as a fan, this is not the direction I want Sony to go in. I don't believe that the Sony that we're hearing of this article would have greenlit Bluepoint to remake Demon Souls. I think that project would have been skipped on. And we see now all of Sony Japan shut down. All these quirky games like Hot Shots Golf will no longer happen. Gravity Rush won't happen. Loco Roco, Patapon, Siren, all those things will no longer release for
Sly
this brand.
Cooper?
Yeah, Sly Cooper, The Last Guardian.
Three.
Shadow of the Colossus, all those type of games are going to cease to
Folklore.
exist under this type of Sony management.
Yeah, Folklore. Yeah, that's a great one.
Folklore, Puppeteer.
Random.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of games, Nate,
There's a
basically.
lot of
just
games.
rather than the list.
Legend of Dragoon,
Sony is really
Apex Escape.
position themselves in a really weird way here, where I feel like their main focus has shifted right now currently to match the demand of their film and television aspect. They have in the Last of Us show on HBO. They have the Uncharted movie coming out early next year. Ghost of Tsushima film was just greenlit for pre-production, seeing if they can do anything with that. And it seems like a lot of these things are kind of correlating. I think as of right now, the Last of Us show may happen before this Uncharted movie actually releases, even though that film is shot. And originally, we were supposed to get an Uncharted 1 remake. That was the first two they were going with. And then it shifted to oh no, Last of Us, almost as if it was interchangeable, because that's where Sony wants